Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Ellis Nordhoff, and today I'm here with a preview for Leicester City versus Everton on Saturday. It's a six-pointer in September. I still can't quite believe I'm saying this, but it is, isn't it, in reality? We look at this now, it's a huge, huge game for Everton. 0 points so far after four games, knocked out of the cup in midweek. Where do we go from here, Blues? Let's get right into it. So, Leicester, 2 points. They've not had a great start to the season either, really, but obviously they've got more points than we have. And I suppose they were quite unfortunate not to win against Palace. They went 2-0 up, threw that away. Sounds familiar. But yeah, they lost their win in the last minute to Crystal Palace, ended 2-2. So they'll be gutted on the back of that, but they'll want to be rectifying that at home against us. And wow, it's a huge game. It really is. Everton are in a state at the moment where we don't know what's going on at all. We don't know where to turn, how we can improve it. And there's so many injuries as well. But I'm going to try and look at the positives too for this and give a more rounded preview because we don't want doom and gloom, do we? But let's get a bit of the doom and gloom out of the way to start with. Team news. Sean Dyche has just done his press conference, and wow, that we have got a lot of players out. Illness seems to have plagued the group. Jack Harrison's now ill. James Garner's still ill. Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Vitaly Mykolenko are supposed to be back now from their illness, but that's a bit of a worry. And then he's also mentioned that Jared Branthwaite and Nathan Patterson, they have trained now for nearly 2 weeks, but they'll be playing in the under 21s at the weekend. Make of that what you will. I'm not sure what I think of that really. I reckon if they're able to play a full game for the 21s now, we need them enough that they should probably be in the main squad. So they're out as well. Coleman is longer than you'd expect. Dyche said now his injury seems to have got a little bit worse, perhaps, but he's definitely not going to be in the thinking. So there's a real selection headache for Sean Dyche now, and it's not a good one. It's more because he doesn't have the players to do so. And yeah, we don't have many players going into this game, but we've got to think it's finally a chance to go and play a team who are right down there with us and go and get some points on the board because we know how much we need them. And of course, we've had some good times at the King Power, but that fantastic away day always sticks in my mind there when we beat Leicester 2-1 right in the middle of a relegation battle. Obviously, Mykolenko scored that fantastic goal, and we'll be hoping to repeat that, won't we, really, again? But that's the team news. It's not looking great in that sense. But in terms of what this game means for Everton, it's just about getting off to finally kickstart our season, I suppose. We know that another international break is coming soon, so we want to have got that first point on first 3 points really by then. And the longer you go on without a win, I suppose, the worse it gets. And not many teams have lost their first five games of a Premier League season. So if it got to that, wow, that would be devastating. But looking at Leicester, they're not great, are they? Let's be honest. We aren't playing a team here who we should be terrified of. We know they've got some good players, but on paper, even with our depleted squad, you would hope that this Everton team can at least get something, and you would expect them to win, really. Looking at their players in particular, Jamie Vardy, 37 years old now, but seems to have aged like a fine wine. And he still offers something in that team where those balls over the top, those through balls, if we have a makeshift defence with the likes of Jake O'Brien, perhaps Michael Keane, who's touch and go for this, if he's getting past them with over the top through balls, slipped in down the side, that could be a real worry. Also, Wilfred Ndidi has been playing as a number 10 for them this season, and also I think under Maresca a bit last season. And we all know him as a number six, really. He's been linked with Everton before, but he got two assists in that game against Palace. So it seems like a player on form as well. So we'll have to watch out for him, make sure we stop that. And it could be the return of Connor Cody, a former player who gave a penalty away in the last game. So, Connor, if you're watching, can you give us a penalty again, please? That Leicester side, though, it's nothing special, is it? We have to be outplaying them. Yes, their midfield doesn't look great. Ours doesn't really either, does it? But we've got more ability in the sense that Dominic Calvert-Lewin is not a relegation battle player. Iliman and Di is not a relegation battle player. We've got Jordan Pickford in goal. This team should outdo Leicester on any given day, really. But it's two sides who are low on confidence, yet to win. And I think the first team to get that win will probably go on a bit of a run. And for me, it's probably win or bust for Sean Dyche now. There's been so much speculation over his job and whether he will keep it after this game. Of course, that game against Southampton was awful to go out on penalties with a whimper, really. He's got a lot of pressure on him now, and this game might just be it. He has to win this, I think. I don't know how a manager could come back from losing the first 5 games and getting knocked out of the cup to arguably the worst team in the Premier League. So it's massive for him. He'll know that, and he's just got to set us up in a complete different way to how we've been set up this season. We've been so porous at the back, and that just isn't the Sean Dyche Everton that you'd expect, is it at all? We've been leaking goals like mad, and we've been scoring a few, but what difference does it make if you have to score 4 goals to win a game every game because we let so many in? What difference does it make? So we have to start with that defensive basis and ensuring that we keep a clean sheet first and foremost, because this Leicester side isn't a brilliant team. It's not a team that should be going and scoring loads against us. So we have to keep it tight and just make sure we get that first goal. Leicester are known for conceding the goal first. This season, they've conceded first in the first 3 games. And when they were last in the Premier League, they had a terrible record at conceding first. And if we can somehow recapture that ability to score first and then hold on to a game, that could be where we prevail this time. We know that once we're in the lead this season, it hasn't been quite the same as it has in previous seasons, but that one win that you get once you go ahead, that should put aside then the Villa defeat, the Bournemouth defeat, because what are we thinking as Evertonians now? It used to be we score the first goal, we normally win, and now it's like we can go 2-0 up and still don't think we're going to win. So it's a real tough one to look at, really. It's a tough game to even consider how it's going to work out. And I imagine we'll let Leicester have the ball if Southampton's anything to go by. We'll probably let them play with it a bit. I don't know if they'd be trying to do that to us as well, to be fair, but we're going to need to be tight and then hit on the counter. And we've got the players to do that. We've got Illiman and Di, who's got to be on it, and I think he will be. And using him, making sure we actually get the ball to him is going to be crucial. We saw that in the Southampton game that when we took our striker off, Beto, we were left with NDI up front and sending long balls to him. We need to send the right passes to NDI to really take on those counter attacks and get at this defense, because this Leicester defense isn't anything special, is it? Wout Faes, perhaps Connor Cody, these aren't defenders that are really that solid, are they? So we should be going at them. We should be playing like a team with a bit of intent while also remaining solid. And it's up to Sean Dyche and the players to ensure that we do that. But really, I think I want to know what you guys think, in the sense that, is this Dyche's last chance? I know a lot of you guys will want him gone already. A lot of people wanted him gone after the Southampton game, Bournemouth even. Is this last chance saloon for Sean Dyche? And for me, even if we win, that doesn't just paper over the cracks of everything we've seen previously. I think we need to win and then continue, don't we? Because you can't be on 0 points after 5 games, and you can't only be on 3 after 5 games. So we have to continue after this and build on it and get a win, and then just finally sort this out, because this is the last season at Goodison Park for Everton, and we cannot be in the Championship in this new stadium. So we have to do whatever we can to get through this game, and just when you're in a bad run of form, you've got to somehow find a win from nowhere. And this is a very presentable opportunity to do that. So I'd love to hear what you think about the game. Are you hopeful? Is there reason to be hopeful? I'm trying to find it. I'm struggling. There's so many injuries, so much illness in the camp as well. And obviously, Sean Dyche isn't really infusing the fans at the moment. We're not feeling very good, are we? But we deserve a win here, don't we? Us fans need this, and fingers crossed it can come at the King Power on Saturday. But I do hope you've enjoyed my match preview. If there's anything that you think about this Leicester side that we're coming up against that I haven't mentioned, do let me know. Where can we exploit this side? Because we have said it before and we'll say it again, these aren't a good team that we're playing. So, of no disrespect to Leicester, these are on a similar level to us. So it's a game that we should be trying to win, and ultimately we have to win. So let me know what you think in the comments. I do hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.